Hey, welcome back to day 34 with Persona 5 Strikers. We're gonna go ahead and save since we're at like a crazy point in the story. Yeah, I mean, Kaburagi wants to basically capture the Phantom Thieves at this point. And of course, you know, Zenkichi is kind of standing up for the team. So let's see what happens. Looks like the day is progressing to the 22nd. So who knows what happened.
Hey, it's me.
The password. What pairs well with curry?
Coffee.
Accepted.
The hell kind of password is that?
Something only a true LeBlanc aficionado would know. It's foolproof. Did I really need a password? How are things out there, Mona-chan? It's a nightmare. The streets are packed with cop cars, and there are foot patrols on every corner.
So clearly they've hidden themselves, right, at this hideout that Zenkichi originally introduced them to.
This makes no sense. I thought part of our deal was that they wouldn't arrest us.
Yeah, and now they're treating us like killers. It's total bullshit.
This journey was supposed to prove our innocence, yet it only led to further condemnation.
You don't think Gramps tricked us, do ya?
No way, Jose.
Zenkichi put himself at risk to warn us. Without him, we'd be in much greater danger right now.
And if Zenkichi-san really wanted to sell us out, the police would have showed up here too.
Exactly.
So let's stop doubting him, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
By the way, Sophia, thanks for getting us here safe.
No prob. But how did all this happen? It's probably safe to assume this was something beyond Zenkichi-san's control.
Betcha Konoe set it up, seeing how much bullshit he was spewing about justice.
Well, we've wreaked havoc in 4 jails already. If Konoe had created them, it would only stand to reason that he'd lash out now.
But it could also be Owada, that politician Zenkichi told us about. Either one of them may have us all profiled.
So what do we do now?
Hey, why is Zenkichi's name on TV?
Last night, the Kyoto Prefectural Police announced their arrest of Inspector Zenkichi Hasegawa for harboring fugitives. Police headquarters have released a statement regarding this apparent scandal, which has been met with much confusion.
You gotta be kidding. They're taking it out on Gramps?
Why would they arrest him?
He sacrificed everything to save us.
And let's get off our asses and help him.
Don't be reckless. We'll only be led into their trap, and that's exactly what they want.
I get that, but
I'll try talking to Sis.
Oh, right! Sae-san's a lawyer!
I've kept her out of the loop so far, and I imagine she won't be too happy once I get her up to speed. There are more important things to worry about than her reaction.
Good. As for the rest of us, let's keep gathering as much information as we can.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how Sae Niijima would take that kind of news.
Damn it. That bastard interrogator. It's like he enjoyed getting those hits in. Guess that's what I deserve. What the hell am I doing? Should have just left those thieves alone. Then neither of us would be in this shitty situation. I couldn't even protect the ones I care about most. God damn it! Wonder if they made it out all right. As if that even matters anymore. Akane. Aoi. I'm sorry. I couldn't save anyone in the end.
It's like he's in the same exact spot Joker was in Persona 5.
Stop touching our things! Since when can you enter someone's home without a warrant? You lack probable cause!
Whoa, not bad for an inspector's daughter. Listen, Akane-chan, was it? We have plenty of probable cause. See, your daddy's been arrested thanks to the Phantom Thieves.
What? The Phantom Thieves got him arrested? No. No way that's true. I mean...
You really didn't know? I'm sure it's all over the news by now. TV. Now move along. We have work to do.
Inspector Zenkichi Hasegawa of the Kyoto Police held under suspicion. Arrested for harboring fugitives? The Phantom Thieves found responsible for murder and hacking Emma? That's impossible. What am I gonna do? Somebody, help me.
Sure. How can I help you?
Say what now?
Have the Phantom Thieves been caught?
No, not yet. I've seen three-legged dogs work faster than the boys in public security.
Well, they sure are tenacious. I guess that's how they made it this far. You think the police could turn up the heat on their hot pursuit?
If you're asking, I'll see what I can do. But in return, make sure you don't forget to set up a jail of mine as well.
Okay, set up a jail of mine as well. So like I said earlier, right, in a previous episode, is this guy, right, Konoe, Akira, is he kind of like, I'm not sure if he's a mastermind, but if he's if he's being able to create and set up jails, right? I mean, he has to be pretty high up.
Oh, that's a given. Please look forward to what I have in store. Emma,
Yes, Akira. How may I help you?
you think the cops can actually catch the Phantom Thieves?
Considering the Phantom Thieves' unknown power, it may take a considerable amount of time.
I was hoping to get you back online once we captured them.
So, you know, this Emma really reminds you of Sophia. And there's a higher probability that these two might be connected in the end, right? They're both AIs, and as you can see, he's basically using Emma to control, I guess, jails potentially.
If it takes any longer, it may negatively impact our public image.
Maybe what I said on TV wasn't exactly reassuring. All right, Emma, what's our best option?
The fact that the Phantom Thieves can access jails poses a threat to our plans. Since we can't afford to wait for the police, we could always trap them in a jail and force a change of heart.
Now there's an idea. After all, we wouldn't want to waste their precious talent. Good plan. How do we make it work?
It would be best to make the Phantom Thieves come to us, instead of chasing them. Perhaps we can use someone they're close with as bait to lure them into a jail.
Oh, and do you have someone in mind?
Yes.
Then that's who we'll go with. Emma, make that person a monarch and have them capture the Phantom Thieves.
Understood.
Once they're in our grasp, we change their hearts to our liking. And if that proves impossible, they die.
So he can just make essentially anyone as a monarch. Is that really what this means?
Should we notify Mr. Owada?
No, let him be. In order to cleanse this world of evil, nothing will get in my way.
Cleanse this world of evil. So is this guy playing sort of like a vigilante in his own, you know, with his own ideals? Again, we really don't know much about this guy so far, but whether he is endgame, I think it's a little too early for them to be, you know, involving this guy to this extent. So I feel like he clearly is going to be a monarch coming up, but to say that he's really the mastermind, I'm not too sure what to say about that.
And you, Phantom Thieves, you will be the sacrifice to bring about my new world order.
And I suppose it can also be said at this point, right, that Emma is potentially kind of running the show as well, as you can see. I mean, he goes to Emma
I got a hold of my sister.
for consultation, you know, in just about a lot of matters.
And yes, she was angry. But she also said she'd do her best to help.
That's a relief. Then we'll leave Zenkichi to Niijima for now.
What should we do from here? We can't just sit here and wait.
It's from Akane-chan.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I had a feeling, right? When Emma starts talking to one of its users randomly, there has to be some sort of plan.
Akane-chan's been taken. It says if we want her back, we have to go to Inari Taisha.
Huh? The hell's that supposed to mean?
Taken? You mean kidnapped? Why? She's got nothing to do with us.
And this kind of reminds you of, you know, Persona 4 Golden, where, and for some reason I can't believe I can't think of her name, but you know, the house that the main character is staying in, right? There's basically this little girl that's there as well, and she was taken as well at some point in the story to the Shadow World. So it's like a lot of parallels that they're doing here.
I don't know. I'm just going off of the message she sent us.
You guys think maybe Akane's just messing around?
Akane-chan doesn't know our other identities. And even if she did, she wouldn't trick us.
True. Who would do such an awful thing?
That's definitely a possibility.
So they're using Akane-chan just to lure us out?
Given the timing, what else could it be?
Unforgivable.
What do we do? Can't even go to the cops.
What else is there to do? We go after her.
Calm down a moment. This has to be a trap.
Yeah. They'd probably catch us within minutes of stepping out the door.
We can't just leave her. If they even lay a finger on Akane-chan, I'll... Anyway, with Zenkichi-san behind bars, we're the only ones who can save her. If we put our own safety above that of an innocent life, then we have no right to call ourselves phantom thieves. I am well aware what this is, and I'm fine going out there alone. You guys stay here and hold the fort. But
You losing it? We never let a friend risk their neck without at least giving backup.
Plus, Akane-chan's our fan. She knows more than anyone. We never abandon people in need.
Otherwise, we couldn't live up to our name.
Even if it is a trap, let's turn the tables against them. Darn right, Haru. Let's show them how big a mistake they've made.
thanks, everyone.
So I feel like this barely happens where Makoto's so much on edge, she just, you know, loses control and kind of goes out of whack and takes risks like that. But of course, you know, seeing that she feels so strongly about Akane, it makes total sense, right? That she would kind of go out of her ways to go and rescue her.
All right, I'll take point and guide you past trouble. Sophia, you navigate.
Okay, got it. I'll find the quickest and safest route there.
Let's get going.
Well, we made it here somehow.
Sophia, are you sure this is it?
I'm definitely sure. We're outside Inari Taisha. But I don't see anybody suspicious.
If it's a trap, then frickin' come out already!
Yes, let's look around and...
What is it? What did you find?
I found a jail. This whole area smells like one.
You mean there was a jail in Kyoto this whole time?
No, there wasn't one before. I'm sure of it. But there is one now.
How is that possible?
You have a friend request from the Phantom Thieves. Please state the keyword.
Now what is it?
A friend request on Emma.
Could it be the kidnapper?
Given our location and the circumstances we're in, I'd say without a doubt.
But we don't know the dang keyword.
Wait a minute, why do we even need one? Isn't Emma supposed to be inactive? So why is it working now all of a sudden?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe they restarted their service?
I just want to know why the friend request says it's from the Phantom Thieves. What gives? Makes it seem like we're the bad ones.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
What?
The keyword's Phantom Thieves too?
Oh, you're shitting me!
I mean, it should be pretty obvious that they're being closely watched on Emma.
This looks like a jail. It has to be.
My bad, guys. I just had to go and blurt out the keyword.
Don't worry about it. Either way, the kidnapper wanted us to be here. Why else would he have set up a brand new jail?
Help me! Boys! Help me, Phantom Thieves! That sounds like Akane-chan!
No way! Is she actually in here?
That's a problem. Where there are jails, there are bound to be shadows.
Yes, there's no time to waste. Let's get Akane-chan out of here.
Alright, so it looks like we've dived into a new jail, which is Kyoto.
Let's go.
Keep an eye out for Akane-chan. We need to be quick, or... else.
Question. If this is a jail, doesn't that mean the Shadow Akane's here? Not the real one? Right. Only her shadow should be here. But that doesn't mean there's no danger.
If something happens to her shadow, her life could be at risk. So let's find her.
Not a shadow in sight. Why might that be?
What's really strange about this jail? You ready for anything, guys?
Let's not forget about these bond skill points, which we still have to utilize. And this is perfect, since Bond Maker is obviously our #1. Awesome. So it seems we've gotten a trophy, which looks like, which looks to be the criteria for maxing out a bond skill. And this is perfect because now we've reached the max level for Bond Maker. So this is about as fast as we can go as far as bond skills and progression. And what I actually came to the menu here to do was to see if I can swap out some of the team members and kind of change things around. Now, I am absolutely certain that in this jail, Makoto is going to be key because of her role, right? That's what we've seen in the past with some of the other jails. And, I'm just going to swap out maybe some members where, we need to work on leveling here. I think Sophia is like lower level 2, so what we will do, Makoto, Haru. So we'll swap out Haru with Sophia. Okay. Everyone else looks to be on their A game, or at least as close as they can be to Joker's level. And let's see. And it's weird that there's no shadows yet in this jail, but it's obvious considering the fact that, Akira, this guy, is expecting a Phantom Thieves to kind of fall for this trap. Just making sure that I haven't missed out on anything here as far as items go. And let's progress.
She's right there!
Nanako was her name. the girl that I mentioned earlier.
Come on, she needs help.
Somehow I just remembered Nanako. And she loved Junes as well. Her favorite departmental merchandise store.
What the hell's going on?
Look out!
Unfortunately, everyone has fallen for that trap. It's a classic. Very interesting. Don't tell me she's the monarch of this jail. Like they chose Akane as the monarch.
Welcome, Phantom Thieves, to my own
Yeah, absolutely. So, if a very interesting turn of events.
Damn traitor. You cost us all the achievement of a lifetime.
You say that, and you call me traitor?
What was that?
I can see it in your eyes. Every one of you. Your heart's been changed. Now you're just a zombie.
Zombie my ass. You better cut the crap and give me a straight answer. Unless you want your face run straight through this table.
Be my guest. Need I remind you who you're dealing with? I'm pubsec, asshole. We don't bend easy to piss ants like you.
Are you?
Hey, wait! You can't just barge in here like this.
Interrogator detective, let me guess. Alright, let me just guess here. For some reason, I think it's Sae Niijima. I don't know why. I just have a feeling.
I'm sorry, Miss Niijima, but we're
There you go.
questioning.
Honestly, this is how she entered Persona 5 as well. Like, she was never asked to go inside for the questioning of Joker, but she really wanted that position, and so, you know, her boss, the next higher up, was like, okay, well, if you think you can do it, go right ahead.
I can see why they would trust you.
And of course, she knows everything about the situation, so thankfully there's no funny business.
Niijima?
Nice to meet you, Zenkichi Hasegawa. I'm Sae Niijima, and I've been asked to get you out of here. I heard you've been looking after Makoto for me.
Oh, this is too good right here. Pretty good stuff. I mean, I did not expect her to just show up like this, but
I can't reach anyone.
this is perfect. And of course, Futaba has managed to escape.
I can't just sit here and do nothing. Think, Futaba, think. Who's there?
Sakura! Oh, thank heavens you're alright.
Awesome. So somehow he did manage to get out thanks to Sae-san.
Where are the others? Did they make it?
You're okay. I'm so glad.
Whoa! Calm down there. Of course I am. Now, where's the rest of the gang? Are they
Nobody is. They've all been caught.
caught? By the police?
No, by Akane.
Akane? What's my daughter got to do with any of this?
But I feel like Akane becoming a monarch does make sense. It's not something that was forced. I feel like she does have like a dark past simply because of, you know, what, like how her mom died obviously in the past, and of course she blames a lot of it on Zenkichi, you know, him being out of the whole, you know, family relationships from an emotional standpoint. And so it makes total sense for her to go through something like this. But again, she's clearly not herself being in that being in her own jail.
Listen, I need you to fill me in. Akane has a jail? What? You're saying she's a monarch?
Uh-huh.
That's insane.
Did they rough you up when you were arrested, Zenkichi?
I'm fine. I actually owe you kids for sending in the cavalry, in the form of a kick-ass lawyer.
Oh, right. Makoto's sis. Dang, she works fast.
That she does. Next time my own people decide to arrest me, I'm calling her first thing.
So, what's the cavalry doing now?
Working with her superiors to take some of the pressure off us, at least for the time being. That way we can make our move.
I mean, she is the ultimate trump card in the situation, right? There's no better way for them to have brought her back into the story.
What move? Are you cooking up a plan?
Yeah. I want to get in that jail and walk out with my daughter and the rest of your crew.
That's no plan. That's a suicide run.
And what would be an awesome thing, just want to say before we progress further, right? As things are getting pretty amazing. It would be nice if Zenkichi actually became a part of the Phantom Thieves. I mean, as crazy it is for me to actually say that. I mean, now is a perfect opportunity for them to introduce this guy into the Phantom Thieves, at least for Persona 5 Strikers, right? That would be amazing.
There are shadows all over the place. If you charge in with no persona, you're toast.
What? I need one of these persona things too? Can't you take them out with yours?
And there you go. Yeah, strong feeling.
My
Without a
persona's
doubt.
not really spec'd for combat. It's more of the support persuasion.
That's fine. I'll take whatever support you've got.
You do realize this could kill you.
That may be. But I'm Akane's father. I'd die for her without a second thought.
Zenkichi.
Besides, if our loved ones are on the line, I'd rather take a stand than sit back and calculate risks. I know it's the same with you guys.
Yeah, and you know, it makes perfect sense, right? He's basically an outlaw at this point. He's clearly been kicked out of the PubSec, right? The group. And so he has very much the same reasons as all the other Phantom Thieves, you know, to fight for what he believes is right. So I think this is great story progression, as well as, you know, great character development. So I do like this new turn of events. Very fast, but it makes a lot of sense. Very exciting.
Damn it! Shit won't budge.
Hey, give it a rest, Skull. You're just wasting your energy.
Yeah, but still. Yeah, fine.
I sure hope Oracle's okay. With any luck, she made it out unscathed.
Akane-chan, why are you of all people a monarch? Can say, how did it even come to this?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to change your rotten hearts.
Akane-chan!
You Phantom Thieves do nothing but dress up murder and glorify mass hysteria. No, you can't be the real Phantom Thieves. You're fakes hiding behind masks. I'll make extra sure to personally change your hearts.
Akane, that's not true. We're not the bad guys here.
He's right. I don't know who told you what, but we're innocent.
I mean, I guess she obviously does not realize the identity of the Phantom Thieves, so it makes perfect sense.
Bullcrap. I won't let anyone fool me again. I can't trust anyone anymore. Not the police, not him, not you losers.
Akane-chan!
Now choose. Who wants their heart changed first?
Get down already or they're gonna see you.
Get down, she says. Akane's in here. Somewhere.
They're on you, Zenkichi. Hide!
I mean, I certainly look forward to seeing what kind of a persona he has up his sleeve.
Okay. Let's do this. Partner.
Plus, he kind of grows on you too. You know, initially it's easy to be wary of someone like Zenkichi.
Coming dead ahead. Hide or it's over.
Don't let the shadows find you. Okay. So how in the world are we supposed to hide with all these guys around? We look for cover.
You better hide if you see something coming. You're a goner if you get caught.
I know. That's why I need your backup, Saka. Oracle?
Yeah, he knows better than that, right? He better use the code names. Zenkichi doesn't have the power to fight shadows. You must reach the marker without being detected. If you're spotted, it is game over. Enemies won't spot you while you're hiding. Watch their movements carefully and make use of cover to proceed while avoiding detection. Okay, so thankfully we can just lock on to each of these, hiding spots. But unfortunately, there's a good bit of shadows here, so we'll want to kind of, run around a little bit.
Man, that was close.
Let's see if I can do this. Ooh, that's a little risky. So you can't just do this casually. You need to somehow use some type of a strategy. It looks like this guy is kind of like on alert mode. So nothing too crazy. But don't tell me we need to get to these checkpoints using Zenkichi alone, because that's gonna be a little difficult, right? And I don't see any other cover points.
Shadow ahead. Go another way.
Go another way, she says.
Get out of there.
This an okay spot?
Okay, so we need to kind of keep moving. We'll wait for this guy to kind of... Ooh, that's close. It's getting a little crazy. So even though he can, literally be seen by that guy, you just gotta keep moving to those cover points. Kind of lame, but just adds to the suspense here a little bit. So while this guy is headed that way, let's see if we can run around.
Growing beefier by the minute.
Is that a compliment? Or even a word? Either way, not sure I'm a fan.
So at some point he has to obtain his persona. Like, it is way too boring for him to be able to traverse, this whole map using these hiding maneuvers. And thankfully we're right there where the Phantom Thieves are.
Great, let's spring 'em. Just a second, kids.
Now choose. Who wants their heart changed first?
Don't do it, Akane!
Whoa, Gramps?
He escaped the police after all.
What are you doing here?
Guys, we came to help. Oracle, I can hardly believe it.
Alright, so I'm going to call it now. This is probably where Zenkichi, has his little realization. Gets cornered by Akane, clearly. And kind of, takes off his mask.
Good going, Oracle. I knew you'd come.
At least as per the usual persona norm.
You are Akane, right? Just stop this. None of them did anything wrong. If you're willing, we can talk this out.
Talk it out with you. You can just go to hell. No matter how many times I told you what happened, you didn't do a thing. So don't try acting like a father to me.
Just this once. You're right. I couldn't catch the person who took your mother's life. I understand why you'd want nothing to do with a father who kept his head down and took it. But if you don't snap out of it, they're gonna get you too. Now wake up!
Say you couldn't catch him? It's more like you didn't want to catch him. That monster who killed Mom. You knew it was Owada.
Oh, it was Owada.
As in Owada the legislator? One of the masterminds we seek?
It happened right in front of me. Owada ran Mom over without a hint of regret.
This makes a lot of sense story-wise. Again, everything is coming together. I totally see the next jail after this one, you know, with Owada being the monarch. And of course, Zenkichi is going to be key for that jail as well.
You, the police, and everyone I can think of. And even then, he wasn't arrested. Why is that? Why does he get to take an innocent life? Aren't the police supposed to do what's right?
Well...
Zenkichi-san, tell her!
Niijima.
Akane-chan isn't just angry in the moment. She's been consumed with frustration ever since she lost her mother. Until you tell her the truth, she is going to keep playing this over and over in her heart. And if you do nothing, she'll never move past it.
After your mom died, I was taken off the case. They reasoned that a family member couldn't judge impartially. Soon after, that secretary ended his own life, leaving behind a note saying he was the one responsible. No one else spoke up to contradict that. To the police, it seemed like solid proof. Eventually, they concluded the secretary was at fault and left it at that. To them, the case was as good as closed. Akane, when you told me what really happened, I knew that note was fake. So without skipping a beat, I opened up my own investigation. But no matter what I found as proof, it'd get wiped one way or another before I could bring it to light.
So you gave up, right? Your sense of justice sure didn't get you very far.
Akane, I made a promise to Aoi that I'd protect you, no matter what the case.
What?
At that point, you were my only reason to live. I didn't want to lose more family, so I promised Aoi I'd never let anything happen to you, even if it killed me.
Saying that doesn't change anything.
One day I received a threat letter in the mail, telling me to either stop my investigation or my daughter dies.
What? How could they?
Interesting.
That's when I realized there was definitely evil in this world. And in the end, one man is nothing compared to the forces of darkness.
Gramps.
I will never forgive Owada, even though I can't lay a finger on him. If it weren't for my current boss, I'd still be wallowing in despair. I decided I'd do whatever it takes to help her reach the top. All the while thinking it was the only way to protect Akane and honor Aoi's memory. And I was even prepared to use all of you without a second thought.
Zenkichi. Akane-chan. See? You hear that just now? He's nothing but a scheming manipulator. As long as he gets his way, he'll hang you all out to dry.
How could you say that?
Did you not get that he's been trying to keep you safe?
Oh, I know what he was trying to do. But to do it, he sacrificed his values as an officer.
Akane!
If it was only us, I get it. We're family. Mom would think so too. But what about the secretary who died? Did you ever stop to think what his family's going through? Not only did they lose a loved one, they have Mom's death hanging over their heads. Did you forget that? Or did you choose to forget on purpose?
I had no idea you were thinking of them.
You're just like the trash who killed Mom, pretending nothing ever happened.
I'm like Owada?
You and the police just sit on your asses all day, letting the bad guys roam free. You people can't save anyone. I can. I'm the only one who cares. I'll change that evil mom could rest in peace. I'll beat down every last villain in this world.
Akane-chan.
Is this why you became a monarch? Because I sacrificed others to keep what little family I have alive? Was I wrong? This whole time? And this all my doing? You're like this because of me.
Zenkichi.
It's true. I used whoever I could. As long as my daughter was safe, it didn't matter what anyone else suffered. What else was I supposed to do? I was trying to protect my family. It's what anyone would have done. Anyone! Anyone but a man of justice. Who's there?
Is that Owada?
Are you sure you weren't at fault? Who's talking to me? You knew what it would cost to give up the chase.
Or is it his persona?
Yet you fled from the truth.
Yeah, it's clearly his persona.
With your daughter's name hollow upon your lips, you are as guilty as those you hate. A foul villain, rotten to the core. That's... no. You traded away the justice you built. You bought your comfort, bribed your guilt.
Or maybe not. Too sinister.
Zenkichi? Zenkichi, what happened? Snap out of it!
He's right. It's all true. I let Aoi's murderer run free. And used the Phantom Thieves solely for my benefit. I'm just as rotten as those criminals. I don't have the right to lecture Akane. I never did to begin with. Fight?
That's right, Zenkichi. Wake up! Maybe you did stuff your emotions away, but it was for your family's sake. You did it to protect Akane, the daughter you love. My mom was the same. She worked as hard as she could every day, doing what she believed was right. So stop blaming yourself. If you want to blame someone, blame those monsters that hurt your family.
Yeah, don't lose sight of your target.
Your devotion to your daughter is what matters. Torturing yourself over that would be a waste. Now look deep within your heart and find your way forward.
Guys.
Be strong, Zenkichi. Please get back up. This is something only you can do.
The real enemies are still out there. Bring them down for Akane-chan's sake.
You're right.
Alright, it's time to bust out this persona, assuming it is going to happen. And I hope I won't be disappointed.
The real threat is still out there. Those who ruin lives and tear families apart without a second thought. How stupid have I been? My own daughter tells me how to do my job. And then these kids start lecturing me? I may not be a hero, and I sure as hell don't deserve any awards. But at least I know what makes a person evil. Evil only cares about itself. It's the mark of a man who would bring another to ruin and dare not show remorse. I will never let people like that go free. And I'll give everything I have to bring them down!
Alright, let's do this.
Do you find
There it is. There it is. It's time.
Do you know the true face of the guilty? They condemn the good to slavery, pretend they do not see their agony. Just as you once did. But another story must begin. Now, show your jailers that you will wear a different chain. I am thou. Thou art I. If you yet seek true
justice. We will see it done. Fine. Seal the contract.
That is hype right there. Valjean. Dude, that is sick.
For real? I know what I have to do now. Condemn the evil and hunt them down.
This is too good. This is too good. Farewell to the past.
Am I finally losing my marbles?
Is that his Phantom Thief attire? And he has a persona!
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Alright, let's see what he can bring to the table.
Here they come, Zenkichi! Get ready!
Ready? How? Never mind. Guess I'm just gonna wing it.
Alright, Wolf's actions. Find the balance between Fury and Life Drain. When he activates Wolf's Fury, though powerful, he will lose HP over time. When deactivated, his special attacks allow him to recover HP. Interesting. It looks like death skills, right? I mean, death or curse. That's what it looks like to me. And he does have a good bit of buffs and debuffs here, as you can see. Activated Fury. Oh, that's sick. Okay. It is almighty damage. I mean, this stuff can be great endgame. Endgame wise. Look at that. I'm not sure how much SP this Fury activation takes up. We'll have to look into that, but let's do some triple down stuff. As you can see, Akane is over here just chillaxing. Oh, we gotta be careful with that HP. So let's not get it, you know, ahead of ourselves here. I mean, he has a good amount of HP here. I assume the level that he's on when you acquire this guy, either he's equivalent to Joker or at least the lowest level character that's in our party. And again, we gotta be careful on the HP. Can't lose sight of that. That's what it is. I'm using up a good bit of HP when I use this triple down stuff. Very nice. Very nice.
Listen to me, Akane. Those scumbags are feeding off your pain. And that if they drain the lives of those around them like parasites. All for them. So don't let them take advantage of you. You need to come home with me.
After all this, you still won't see things my way. I won't believe you. I can't. With the power I have, I can finally change the bad people's hearts. If that bothers you, then come and get me. But fair warning, I'll change your heart before you even know it.
Akane, don't go!
She disappeared. Was she some sort of hologram?
Damn it. You guys alright?
We are, but what about you? That outfit of yours...
Belongs in a museum. I know. But forget about that. Let's get you out of there.
Looks like it's electronically locked. Hold on. I'll get it open in a jiffy.
Woo! Thanks, Oracle.
I knew you'd come to our rescue.
Of course. I'm so glad you're all okay. Hey, you can always count on me.
We narrowly escaped a dark fate.
Yeah. I thought I'd be stuck in a jail all over again.
We heard you were arrested. You had us worried sick.
Well, thanks to you, I got out. Gotta tip my hat to your older sister, too.
Good going, sis. I knew you could do it.
But damn, Gramps, I nearly dropped a brick when you showed up.
Hey, I'm just as flabbergasted as you. And what's with the chained-up knight thing?
That's the rebel in your heart awakened. The power of your persona.
A rebel, huh? Hey, fine by me. I don't understand a damn thing, but if it can help me fight, I'll take it.
So, you guys know what this means?
He needs an official code name.
I do? Oh, right. Whenever you're in uniform, you always call each other something different. Then go ahead and call me... Wolf. Those endless days of barking on command are done. From now on, lone wolf or not, my fangs will shred all evil.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, that totally puts it in perspective.
You do look cool, Wolf.
All right then. Welcome to the Phantom Thieves.
Is that simple, huh? Thanks. Good to be here. Not to change the subject, but I want to get back to Akane. And I'm gonna need everyone's... help?
Whoa, Gramps, you good?
Damn. Why the hell am I so exhausted?
It's all part of the process of awakening your persona. Takes quite a toll on your psyche. We should head back to the real world and rest.
No. I'll be fine. Akane comes first. Damn it.
Which makes you kind of think, right? Because he's clearly awakened his persona. Well, what happens to Akane after we clear her jail, right? Being a monarch, does that mean she just goes back to normal, or is she gonna like awaken her persona, right? So that'll be interesting, because usually in a Persona game, when they add new characters at various points in the story, seldom is it just one character by the end of the story, right? You get like at least 2 to 3 characters, and again, I could be wrong, because this is slightly a different, game in the series, where you have a Musou-style combat, slightly different storytelling structure, but it is Persona after all. And I do imagine it is a possibility that, Akane might also join in on the Phantom Thieves Brigade, if you will.
We can't fail this mission if we want to save Akane-chan's life. Let's come back when we're able to fight at our best.
Fine. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Damn.
If that's so,
Yet another has awakened to the flames of their rebellion. This man bears the Apostle Arcana, representing both fairness and compassion. The Apostle walks the road of life, upholding his beliefs as well as the precepts of the law. His encounters with you all have released him from the chains that once bound him. And you are worth special mention. You possess an extraordinary ability to touch people's hearts. Perhaps your modesty is why so many have come to respect you. Now, the reason I brought you here was to inform you of a new execution method. Its purpose is to strengthen your personas. While this method does not give rise to new personas, it will instead allow you to strengthen those you already possess.
Interesting. So you're now able to strengthen persona stats. Okay, so by spending persona points, you can increase a persona's strength, magic, endurance, agility, and luck. So this is pretty great stuff, right? Something new to add to the series. And I mean, we've had many opportunities where we're like, okay, where should I spend my, persona points towards? And a lot of times, you may very well just want to strengthen a specific persona stats, just like how it describes, right? So in other words, another way to strengthen a persona, except, you're not relying solely on fusion alone, and of course skill cards. So just another way to kind of, play the game a little differently and add to the combat element.
Please make use of this power on your quest to save that innocent girl. Hello, trickster. You wish to strengthen it? You wish to browse the entries? What would you like to This persona has been registered in its present condition.
Alright, so let's kind of test this stuff out. Let's say we want to increase our sends. See, his strength, magic, endurance, agility looks really good. Luck. Let's go with magic.
How much power will you add?
And just like that,
This is what you chose. The power of your mask has
And there you go, that unlocks a trophy as well. So pretty cool stuff. And it can certainly help you out in the long run.
performing a fusion.
But since we're here, might as well take this opportunity to kind of, gain some new ones.
It seems that it can gain new power.
Let's go ahead and get this guy.
It can choose.
Right. So the problem with me kind of refraining and doing this is because the persona I currently have knows a wide variety of skills, right? That was the point of fusing that persona together in the first place. So let's see if we can kind of maintain that, right? Get a bless skill, do the same for curse. We already have a nuke, as you can see. And so what we can do is we can get, wind and fire. Although this one's really cool. Let's keep regenerate 1. I feel like it's too good to pass up. So we can either go with an additional ice skill, a Zeo skill, or I guess wind. Usually I like sticking with fire. I don't know why, which is very common.
Persona you'd like.
as far as a weakness. And we can always go back and, you know, teach this persona new skills if we need to. And of course, there's an additional set of personas we can make here as well. Okuni Nushi. This is another one. So the reason why I think this one is very important is because I think this is sort of like a precondition. And I could be wrong, but from the looks of this persona, I think this guy is a requirement for us to be able to fuse Yoshitsune in the future. And for those of you that are familiar with the Persona series, right, Yoshitsune is like pretty much the ultimate persona that you can fuse together. Namely because, I mean, you can just nullify just about anything. And most importantly, there is a skill, I forget what it's called, but it does pretty much like a wide array of attacks, like 8 times in succession. And you basically wipe out a bunch of enemies. You basically one-shot enemies, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, I would certainly spend some towards this guy. Drains HP. Although technically we can take all of these, but we have one open. As you may know, I usually like to stay away from these HP usage skills. So we'll stick with fire.
Is this the persona you'd like? Now, let us begin.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that this is a requirement to Yoshitsune, the ultimate persona. And there's some additional ones that we can fuse together as well. Kikuri Hime and the unicorn. So let's go ahead and go for it.
Now, let us begin.
And finally, we'll go ahead and fuse together a unicorn as well. We have 2 open slots left for skills. And usually I would like, you know, at least 1 buff or debuff that's readily available as far as inheritance goes. And it knows a nuke skill, assault dive is an HP devouring skill, so we want to stay away from the headbutt skill. Should we go with an ice skill or Zeo? Doesn't really matter. Let's see. I guess we'll go ahead with ice. We can't go wrong with that, right? Okay, excellent. So looks like we've kind of reached the threshold as far as how many new personas you know, we can fuse together. But a lot of these new ones that we've recently acquired, I mean, they're going to play a vital role in combat. There is no doubt.
You wish to browse the entries? Well, Would you like to register? This persona has been registered in its present condition.
And there we go.
May
We are
light be
done
on your side.
with the Velvet Room.
Zenkichi, you're better already?
You bet. No one in public security stays down for long. I may be a geezer in your eyes, but a little rest goes a long way with me. At any rate, I'm gonna need the full support of the Phantom Thieves. So please, help me get Akane back.
And there you have it. So,
Here's what I found.
as far as the requests go, we haven't really acquired anything as of late. We do have this one, which we can go back to at any time. And thankfully, I don't think requests like these, where you have to go back and re-defeat, if you will, some of the previous bosses. Like these aren't missable requests, and they don't go over or go away over time. So we can do this, I guess, a little later. Let's see if anything new has been added to the shop.
How many would you like? You want thank you very much. How many would you like? You want thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You want put it to good use, okay? You want thank you very much. You want put it to good use, okay? You want thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You're buying quite a bit. How many would you like? How many would you like? You want thank you very much. How many would you like? You want put it to good use. How many would you like? You want put it to good use, okay? How many would you like? You want thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You want put it to good use, okay?
So I think up until now, we've spent a good bit of money towards the ingredients. And I think I will continue to do that, at least until I can get that trophy unlocked where I've cooked up just about all the possible combinations of dishes that we can, create from these ingredients.
What are you selling? Are you sure? Come in. Are you sure? Are you sure?
So we're slightly lower on money comparatively as far as where we were before. But again, keep in mind that we did just now fuse together a bunch of personas. I'm not sure how much money we've dished out there. And of course, we do keep on buying as many restorative items as we can over time. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to be okay, because once we return to jail, right, we typically defeat lots of shadows. We get all these different items. As Sophia is getting super bored of me talking right now and humming in the background, it all works out in the long run. And what else can we do? Well, one thing's for sure, we are out of time for this episode, it seems. But I think overall, this was pretty great. In a single episode, we not only, uncovered that, first of all, Zenkichi as a persona. We've acquired him as a team member. And I'm absolutely in love with that, with the design of his persona. I'm not sure about the skill set, because we did see that he knows some, Megi Dolon skills, which I believe is, it does almighty damage. And I think those skills are usually associated with using HP rather than SP. So I don't think he's someone we're going to be able to use long term from a grinding perspective, but it is someone that can kind of help you in a pinch. So it's not like a throwaway guy, that's for sure. But of course, in my opinion, I think just about all the different Phantom Thief members bring something different to the table, right? Give or take. So very exciting there. And of course, the next monarch, as crazy it is to say, it's actually Akane. Believe it or not, that's the next boss we'll be going up against, is Akane herself. And here we thought we were going to this jail to actually save her. So definitely an interesting turn of events. like I've been saying earlier in this episode, and that's just about it. So hopefully next time we can kind of get into the nitty-gritty here for the Kyoto Jail infiltration, and who knows, maybe we can unlock some more things from Zenkichi's persona. And don't forget that in this episode we also unlocked the bond skill bond maker, right? And unlocked as in we've basically gotten it to max. So this is just about as fast as it can go as far as progression onto unlocking more skill points. So lots of exciting stuff there, and more to come in the next stream. So as always, thanks for joining the stream today, and we'll see you next time.